The men that actually have the resources are operating in a completely different market than they used to be. They were told to provide, otherwise they were worthless. So they did the work, they got the money, they got the degrees, they bought the house, they did it all right. And then one day they looked around and realized the women that they were making all this money for don't actually need anyone to provide for them. So here's what they started doing. They started treating partnerships like portfolio diversifications because that's all they know. Why commit to one when the market says you can have many options? And here's the really uncomfortable part that you don't want to hear. It's working for them. The apps, oh, they love it. They reward it. And the culture right now, it permits it. There is no social penalty for situationships or having a big roster. And let's be really clear, these men are not confused and they are not stuck and they know what they're doing. They're just adapting to the market that is rewarding them. And the women, they're left holding the bag and wondering why they did all this work and why the men that are supposed to choose them aren't choosing them. It's because the game changed and we told men that their value is only in their wallet. They believed us, they built that wallet, and now they're using it exactly how the market wants them to use it. So you want a solution? I'm going to give you one. You have to stop rewarding this behavior as a woman. That's all I got to say. Full stop. No situationships. Why are you on the roster? But that would require the same things our mothers couldn't do. We didn't want to walk away from security. And that security you'll stay with even when it's not serving you. And this cycle will continue until someone has the courage to change it.
It permits it right now. When is it going to change? Somebody in the comments said it's always been this way. And it has. If you were a king back in the day, women were coming. If you're the president, women are coming. Literally. If you're in the NBA, if you're in the NFL, if you're an athlete, they on their way. If you're a D-list, got some sort of celebrity, been in a commercial, they on their way. Why y'all mad now? Why y'all mad now? Y'all thought that because y'all quote unquote leveled up, it was going to change. It's not. Y'all just try to go do something to get ahead of the curve and separate yourselves from the basic, average, everyday women. And you thought you could pay your way to get to the top. It don't change. The man still says, ooh, no, you control access to sex. I control access to relationships. Dang.
Oh, he is black ass.
So it looks like women are starting to take accountability. This woman says she did something wrong in her marriage. Let's see if she takes some accountability.
Now that I know better, why not spread the knowledge? Most men suffer in silence and they won't really tell you what they need. But don't worry, I'll tell you. Okay, so this is something that I did not do correctly in my first and only marriage. I did not express enough appreciation for my husband, for the things that he did for our family. Like, I appreciated it, but I was a stay-at-home mom at the time and we had 6 kids. So I was overwhelmed with my responsibilities and I just saw it as, you know, that's his role and he just has to do it and that's what it is. And that's how I felt about my role as well. But
I don't get that though, because, you know, even with that, right, you're still going to want somebody to give you flowers, to take you out to eat. So I don't understand not showing some sort of appreciate. Well, this is my role. This is his role. That's the way it is. Why would you still not say thank you? I mean, you go to Starbucks and somebody gives you the coffee. Hey, I appreciate that. You do that to somebody outside of your home. Why would you not do that for somebody inside of your home?
I didn't realize at the time, in the same way that women need to feel loved, a man deeply desires
Bingo. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
to feel appreciated. He needs to feel needed and appreciated to feel fulfilled in the relationship. I just think we as women, we can do better. We can be better. So I'm sharing this and hopefully it'll help someone.
I am 60 and single. First of all, I divorced on year 29 of my marriage. I left at 54, 6 years ago, so I'm still single. Secondly, when you're meeting guys now, they jump to conversations that are way more intimate than what I desire to be in getting to know you. So that's out. Explicit with things that, no, I'm just meeting you. Absolutely not.
Well, not saying that I agree with it, but I think you guys are coming out of your marriages kind of thinking that you run a little bit more than you actually do. You actually do. The dating landscape has changed. Back then, you could get away with, kind of twirling your dress and twisting your hips and, and the man, hey, I'll take you out for a little bit of ice cream, or I'll take you out to one of the local diners or something like that, get you a hamburger and fries, right? That used to be the thing. And I guess women used to be happy about that. And men used to be okay with that as well. But now, because women are requiring, as they say, more from a man, now a man is requiring more from you. So just like you want a man to show up in certain ways, you're going to have to show up in certain ways and figure out exactly what it is that you need to do and how you need to show up in order to please that man. I know. Unfortunately for you, you can't just waltz in there, look pretty, put on a face of makeup, put on your nice dress that you used to get him back in the 1960s. This is a little bit different. You have to try a little bit harder now.
Then they want to ask you questions and make you feel like you want to interview. Like,
yeah,
what do you do? What do you like to do when you're not working?
That's too bad.
What do you like? Maybe it's just me, but I don't like to feel like I'm being interviewed for the role, interviewed for the job. Like, can we just talk and talk about things, talk about the world, talk about what's going on?
We are. We're talking about you not wasting my time. We're talking about you not wasting my money. Like I said, the landscape has changed. It used to be we could talk about that type of stuff until modern women started blasting their mouths off online, talking about how men need to get with it. Women are so much better nowadays. They're not taking whatever it is, X, Y, and Z. So since you got standards for a man, now a man has standards for you.
And then let things just flow organically. But as far as the succession of questions, making me feel like I have to answer the questions correctly to be chosen.
You do.
I'm not on that time. I'm just not about that life. I'm just not going to do that. Let's just talk. And then I say, I painted this, or I made this, or I went here. Let's just talk. Let's just let it flow.
Good morning. Welcome back to lesson 2 of Rug Munching Bitches, okay? So here's a list of things that I think make women a bunch of twat tickling hoe bags.
Dang.
Now, if any of these hurt your feelings, I don't fucking care, okay? Be stronger like the rest of us. First on this list is going to be icks. When did women get so many...
Hey, yo, she wildin'. She wildin' right off the bat. Good Creed, you wildin'. I guess she tired of it just like the rest of us. These modern women, they got on her nerves too.
Unreasonable icks. And you know what? I understand some of them, but a lot of them are just annoying, okay? He breathed wrong. He ate a piece of bread and got crumb on the side of his face, and now I have the ick. He bent over it wrong, and I just can't unsee it. Shut the fuck up, okay? Just say that you like eating puss and you're a bitch. Move on with your day. Next on this list is going to be tree huggers, all right? These are those women that go out into the forest and scream at trees and yell at leaves and metaphorically eat the souls of men or some shit, okay? You like eating puss, and that's okay. If it's not a girl, you're definitely eating your boyfriend's puss, okay? So you're disrupting society and Mother Nature. Just stop. Something is clearly wrong upstairs, and no one's trying to figure that out with you. All right, and then the last key point for today is going to be all these women out here rating themselves a 10. Okay? Let's be realistic, all right?
I'm glad somebody talking about it, because these modern women be looking ugly. Looking ugly with or without makeup on. Busted. 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 Looking terrible, and got the nerve to talk trash to a man about how he look.
We're not all 10s. She's not a 10. She's not a 10. You're not a 10. I'm not a 10. Okay? There are very few women in the world who I think are a 10. Again, this is subjective, but I think we're getting a little out of hand with the 10 ratings. If I walk up to you and I ask you, hey, what would you rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10? And you go, bitch, I'm a 10. I go, you're a bean flicking bitch. All right? I don't like you. You're not humble at all. All right? On a scale. All right? 1 to 10. We're starting at 5. 5 is fuckable. Everything up from 5 is a plus, okay? If you aren't even at a 5 and you go down from there with extra accessories and attributes, you got some self-improvement to do. And that concludes this lesson for today. I hope you all learned something very important. And
Well, we did. We did. We learned that these modern women ain't as cute. Well, we already knew that. But we learned that there are some women out there that are not delusional. And they will actually stand up and call some of these modern women out for the foolishness that they got going on.
until next time.
So I'm 36. If a 19-year-old girl DMs me and she's hot and we align on our values, can you make an argument why I should reject her?
What if she's less mature than you? Like
Mature?
she's in college or whatever. Like you guys are in very different places in life.
Different stages of life. I don't find that particularly compelling. Just to make something clear, I've dated women who are older than me. I dated a woman who was in her 40s. I've dated women my age, a little younger, a little older. The most immature women I've ever dated that were the most toxic, the most conflict-ridden, the most immature were women my age or older.
That's why they're still single.
You know, you can
But there's something to say about that, because, you know, you're supposed to be, and that's the selling point that a lot of these ladies who are over a certain age give to men. Oh, well, we're older. We know what we want. We're not going to take your BS. And that's the selling point. Like we know where we want to go, and it's easier for you because we're established, right? All you have to do is come in and kind of not necessarily, well, they don't want to say it like that, but you know, you don't necessarily have to get on our schedule, but all you got to do is take care of us, do exactly what we want. Well, what is it that you want? I want a man to basically be a simp for me. He's not going to, if you can understand that I'm the prize in the relationship, if you can understand and accept that I'm the ultimate authority in this relationship, then we should get along fine. Don't worry about equality. Just worry about my feelings. Equality is you being able to be in the same room as me. That's what you should be focused on. That's what you should worry about. That's how some of these modern women at their age are acting. And then when a man says, like he said, well, I found a connection with somebody who's 19. I'm 36. I found a connection with somebody who's 19. I know somebody right now who had that dynamic. They've been married for like 10 years. They've been married for like 10 years with children. Going on 9. Going on 8 or 9 years. I'm sorry. Children. Two or three of them, I think, I want to say. So, I mean, you guys don't want that dynamic to work because you like to think of yourself as more mature, but you're actually not.
So we're clear, when men say they like women who don't wear a lot of makeup, this is what they're referring to.
Oh, here we go. I love it when a woman knows exactly what a man is talking about.
This is a full face of makeup. This is foundation, concealer, contour, blush, highlighter, powder, brows, eyeshadow, mascara, lip liner, lip gloss. This is a full face of makeup.
Well, you're totally wrong. And y'all say we don't listen. Y'all say we don't listen. You woke up in the morning and put on 143 things on your face to make it look like you're wearing nothing on your face.
I mean, why don't you just, I don't see the point in just, y'all get mad if a man brings you roses and you asked for daisies. Why would you bring me that? Y'all get mad when a man will go out and get you a certain type of ring or something like that for your engagement, and you all you mind if we take this back? I appreciate it, but this is not really what I wanted. So now when a man says, hey, I love that you love the makeup, and it's a way to express yourself, but I really, honestly, I like you without makeup. Now you want to make a video about how men don't know what they're talking about. And yeah, I do know what I'm talking about. As a matter of fact, statistics say that a lot of men prefer little to no makeup. That's what they prefer. So even if you did all of that, the statistics still show a man prefers a woman with little to no makeup, light makeup. I don't know why that's such a hard concept to understand.
And you say we don't listen? We just say you look pretty without makeup. That's it. There was no double meaning, no hidden meaning, no tricks. No, you just don't need makeup. I mean, wear it if you want to wear it, but you don't need it. You're already pretty. There was no tricks.
They just don't like bright colors.
We don't like bright colors. You ever seen a rainbow? Gorgeous.
So Derek Jackson is a great example, right? Mm-hmm. Derek Jackson, who's his market? Women.
Women.
So that means when he steps on the microphone, does he ever say anything women don't want to hear?
And then he got caught actually cheating on his wife.
So Derek Jackson is a great example where the man can get caught cheating. It's out in the public. He's frauding y'all, and he still have a big ass audience.
Well, if it's easy because you're looking at him right now. If you look at Derek Jackson, he's a pretty good looking fella. I mean, he's at least in good shape. Pretty good looking fella. So some of these women, they don't care nothing about what he done did. He looks good enough for us to give him a second chance, right? And that lets me know that I got to stay on my toes. I like a little bit of mystery. So I'm wondering if he going to be faithful to me. I'm wondering if I've got the magic touch. I'm wondering if I have enough for him to say, yeah, this going to be the one. But if he does, I had my turn with him, and that's something that I can be grateful for. He's a celebrity in my eyes.
Primarily women still supporting it because it tells you what you want to hear. Tell the women what they want to hear. I can take their money. I can get them to buy tickets. I can do all this shit. And year after year, they're happy with my message, but their life never changes. The reality is every single area, if things are messed up and things are broken, it's because you have friends, influencers, celebrities, and politicians telling you what you want to hear, not what you need to hear. The reality is there's this whole gender war shit.
Right.
This whole gender war shit. It's not what you think it is. It's men like me finally getting up and saying, if the black community keeps going in this direction, where we're functionally a matriarch, primarily single mother household, a lot of our communities, we come from broken homes, including myself. But women are saying, where's all the men? The men ain't signing up to.
And he's talking about the matriarch here. Women, because it sounds good, because they want to run it, they'll say, oh yeah, that sounds great to me, which is fine. If you're qualified to do that, then do that. That's fine. But some of y'all know y'all aren't qualified to do it. Y'all know y'all have no business being in some of these positions, just like some of these men that are in positions. Y'all know y'all ain't got no business being in that position. But you want men to come out and support and to back you and, oh man, just let me in because I'm a woman. Let me do it just because, you want change, right? Well, let me be the change, but you don't know what you're doing. Well, how do you know that? I'm watching you. I'm watching you and you don't know what you're doing. Number one. Number two, if a man doesn't know what he's doing, he's scrutinized. If a man, there's a lot of coaches. Once again, I am a Cowboys fan. When we made that hire to whatever his name is, Brian Schottenheimer, now he did pretty well this year. He did a little bit better than I thought he would, right? A lot better than I thought he would. I thought he was going like 4-17. You know, could somebody come out of nowhere? JJ Redick, Steve Nash, brothers haven't even coached a game in their life. How in the world are you getting hired as the coach of the Lakers? How does that make sense? And then when stuff breaks, yeah, that's about what we thought. And when they do, I'm pleasantly surprised, because you don't have a resume for it. I mean, you might have worked and been able to, be successful as a player, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to translate well as a coach. Michael Jordan. So where are your credentials? And it'd be one thing if, you took a chance on one person here and there, but modern women over and over again want you to continue to take a chance on them. And none of them have proved themselves. Just take a chance on all of us. And then the whole thing goes down the drain. Absolutely not.
Get married. Everything is declining while y'all are in the driver's seat. So if you won't say, well, where's all the real men? I'm basically saying, get your ass up out the driver's seat.
That, and then, when they start messing stuff up, then they want the man to come through and fix it. Then when the man fixes it, all right, let me move out the way. I want to do it now. Well, you didn't mess it up. It's only because I came in here and fixed it that it's like this. Let me tell you what, because this is what's going to start happening. Y'all going to start breaking stuff, and then a man's going to have to come in and fix it. And because a man he knows that none of y'all know what you're doing, he's going to start charging you a premium. Y'all know that old cliche about the mechanic charging a woman for brake pads, charging her like $2,000 to change the air in her tire. That's going to be y'all. A man somewhere, because y'all expecting the man just to be a good person. There's going to be some men out here that decide, you know what? I'm about to charge out of the behind. If they want to holler and scream and all this stuff, let me get some of that money that you got. Let me get some of that. And I'll say this before we move on. A lot of these ladies, they don't understand that there's a cost. You pay a cost to be the boss. Like, that's not some cliche saying. It costs something to be the boss. And y'all about to learn that.
Big Facts Network exclusive.
Ooh, I like that one.
It's not my fault I feel like this. The cold weather triggers my seasonal depression.
Then put on a fucking coat.
Meet Dr. Victor Blaine, a therapist who is currently being canceled, which he claims is because his clients can't handle the truth, and he refuses to lie.
And then my boyfriend hit me and yelled, "You don't talk back to me." And I just don't know what to do.
Well, have you considered not talking back? Gonna take that as a no.
Dr. Blaine describes himself as the Kanye West of therapy, whatever that means.
I just wish she would give me a chance. All her friends treat her terribly. She needs a guy like me who will stand up for her. What?
Are you really gonna make me say it?
You know what? Screw this. I'm out of here. Fuck!
When we asked Dr. Blaine how he felt about his angry ex-clients, he simply said, "Shit. I'd be angry too if I had to pay someone just so they would listen to me talk."
I caught my wife cheating on me, and I need to know why she did it so I can get a little closure.
Start from the beginning.
So I got home from work, and I don't think she heard my car pull up because I drive a Prius.
It was the Prius.
What?
She cheated on you because you drive a Prius. I mean, what did you expect to happen when you got the thing?
After filming Wrap, we told Dr. Blaine that victim blaming his clients is wrong, to which he simply replied, "Not if it's the victim's fault." He's kind of got a point.
All of you ladies get $15. With the $15, you can choose from each one. So spend your money wisely. And who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
All right, Maria.
I'm spending $1 on his looks.
All right, so you got $14 left. Go ahead.
5 is going on his height.
Okay, so he's 6'4". You got $9 left.
5 is going on his income.
All right, so you got $4 left. So you want him to have $500K to be 6'4" and to only be a 4 in looks.
Pockets looks good. He look good.
What about humor?
My man shouldn't have no business being funny. He could be corny.
What?
All right. And why don't you want your man being funny?
What? He doesn't have any business being funny? You mean he doesn't have any business being a normal person, having a personality? He just needs to be tall and rich? Are you saying that you're shallow?
Nigga, you ain't here to make me laugh.
Now, loyalty. You
She
only
don't
got
care.
$3 left.
I got $3 left?
Yeah. So,
I'll take an occasional wandering eye.
all right, there we go.
When a man is truly
And that makes sense. And that makes sense. This is what these women prioritize. This is what these modern women prioritize. And you can see it happening. You can see what's coming. But they prioritize money and being tall over, is he funny? Yeah, I actually like him. He's a good guy. He makes people laugh. Never mind that it's a possibility that with that type of humor, he's a funny guy. Right? With a funny guy, he might be able to make some money with his humor because he's talented and he's funny. Never mind a man that has some sort of talent other than trying to make you look good. I understand that's not something that you guys are really tuned into.
in love with himself, he's in love with the discipline. No one gets access to him. If he is insecure in any way, he will want the validation from other people, because if he's unwilling to love himself, he's gonna want love from everybody else. There's nothing more sexy and more powerful than a man who isn't swayed by whatever walks by him. Whenever you see that, you're more intrigued. You're like, oh.
You know, I get what she's saying, and I do really honestly understand where she's coming from. I think it just gets to a point to where you hear modern women over and over again talk about what they want, and it's so sexy if they do X, Y, and Z, and you know they lying. You know they lying. Like, man, you're not serious about that. You're not telling the truth. You just talking. Well, I would love it if he... No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't care. If he looked good to you, then you would care.
Like, who is this person?
Oh, okay. So anybody that looks at you as being regular, that's not the type.
Absolutely. This ain't nothing regular. Do I look regular?
Yes.
I'm just listening. I'm just asking.
I mean, am I missing something here?
No, I'm just.
Yeah, you are. These modern women think that they look better than they actually do. Yes. And that's okay. You look average. That's okay.
Not the regular smuggler about this.
So what would make you different than any other woman? Like, 'cause you say that you're not regular. Let me cook for a second.
Okay,
so you
cook.
say that you're not regular, right? You say that you're different. You're a standout. What about you, right? Like, and let's just say I'm a high value man coming into your life.
and watch her say, "Oh, well, it's because I'm me. You know, it's me. It's because I'm in my divine feminine." I hope she don't say that.
Coming into your life. Why would I pick you, or what would make you stand out over the so-called regular girl? What's so different?
What's so different is the way that I think, the way that I move, the things I've been exposed to, the places that I've been, the things I've done. It hasn't been many industries that I haven't led in and made a lot of money in. It's not a lot of things that I haven't been exposed to, from places all over the world to different places in the United States. So I'm not regular. It's not a whole lot more that I can be shown that I haven't seen already.
I'm pretty sure you haven't seen the entire world. So let's stop it right there. But you're talking in general. So what specifically are we looking at that's different? Because a lot of these modern women that look like you have traveled. And when I say look at like you, I mean exactly that. I mean exactly that. They wear the same type of clothes, same nails, same hair, same makeup, same everything, just in a different color or just a slightly different fit as far as the clothes go. But they've been all over the world. They've been on yachts. They've had men pay for yachts. They've been flown out to different countries, to Dubai, to Miami, different places around the U.S. and around the globe. They've quote unquote, and some would say, well, I've done it without even having to use any of my money. So again, what's so special about you? What's so different about you that you would be a benefit to a man.
And this is not just coming from my father.
So do you think that your accomplishments make you more attractive?
I think that
Yes.
my accomplishments make me more well-rounded.
So basically what we learned is that just like every other modern woman, basically what we learned like every other modern woman is because I've gone around and I have a resume full of speaking at this place or speaking at that place. What men are looking for is femininity. All of that is great. But what men are looking for is femininity. How much of a woman are you? How much of a woman can you be? And y'all are not answering that question. You're just answering with your accomplishments. You're essentially, and you won't call it this, you're essentially leading with your wallet.
Guys, I'm sorry. And some of my female friends, they happen to be stars. I love you. I'm never going to claim you. You're crazy. I'm a performance coach. And you're telling me my girl, you can just go watch her for $9.99 on only getting by some other dude? No, I'm a performance coach. If you, like, again, wish them all the love and the happiness in the world, but I'm not, and we can be friends and maybe, you know, have Bible study on the side, but I'm never going to claim you. That's crazy. But this dude did. He claimed her because you want to know why? Because he, no, I'll tell you why. Because he grew up around this woke fucking narrative. And by the way, some of these other content creators that we debate with, watch when they start dating a former worker, star, because they heard that it was okay to do that. And then the girl, they just get dunked on.
But walking around looking like Harriet Tubman, that's not gonna cut it, baby. I'ma let Shira 7 say it, because when I said it, y'all said I was tearing women down. Ugly women ain't gonna find no true love. I promise you. Ask any ugly woman. Have you ever found true love, man? Nope.
Well, there's the only thing about what you guys are talking about is different from what we're hearing, because there are no ugly women. So the joke is actually on you. There are no ugly women. Let these modern women tell it. They're all 10s.
So, you can't find true love if you true ugly. You gotta do better. Get up in the morning, brush them teeth, put the makeup on, do your hair. Put it on. Okay? Draw them eyebrows.
So more tricks and gimmicks, basically. More tricks and gimmicks. I agree, obviously, with brushing your teeth and stuff like that. But all it really is a gimmick. That's all she's really teaching them. In order to get a high value man, focus less on who you are as a person. In order to get a high value man, focus less on trying to support him, trying to help him. Maybe focus on just trying to look as best as you can. So basically, try to get him based off of your looks. Try to get him based off of you know, a moment in time, to where, hoping that you find one of these guys who aren't disciplined and they would want to go out with you, knowing, well, not really even knowing, because they're not disciplined, so they're not paying attention to that. You don't really have anything to offer. So, I mean, it's not really going to matter to them, because they just looking for a one night stand. And then that's when you can trap them. Of course, that's what y'all are looking for.
Contour them cheekbones. Put on some lotion. Spray some perfume. Take a bath. Take a shower. Okay? Take off that bonnet. Wear an outfit.
That's fair.
Not a t-shirt.
When I said that lady in my other video was looking a mess.
That's fair. That's fair. Dude, yeah, the overall message, I think, is, you know, get up and look the part, right? Get up and look good. Some of you guys are looking like garbage.
Y'all women came into my comments and said that I was tearing women down. But the reality is, we live in a society that is very, very vain. I know that everybody thinks that all women are beautiful, fine 10s and everybody is just so gorgeous queens, but that's not the fucking reality, okay? Y'all are delusional. At the beginning of the video, she said, ask any ugly woman. According to y'all, there's no ugly women to ask.
Thank you.
But that is not reality. Ugly people exist. Ugly fucking people exist, okay? Everybody is not a fucking beautiful 10. And before y'all get in my comments, I never said I was a fucking beautiful 10 either. Because I'm not fucking delusional, okay? Everybody is not a fucking beautiful 10. You got to put
forth some type of effort into the way that you look. You are not beautiful just the way you are. Get your ass up, go lose some weight, go to the gym, work out, get a GLP-1, Ozempic. I don't give a damn how you do it. Get on the table, lay on the table, and let the doctors work on you. I don't give a fuck what you do. But if you want to have more opportunities in life, not even just relationships, just more opportunities in life in general, you cannot be looking a fucking mess.
That's true, but I think, yeah, and I do agree with that, but I think a lot of times for a lot of these people, women specifically, these modern women, you know, men have to, not a lot of men can say, oh, I look good, and then I have, you know, pretty privilege or handsome privilege. They have to say, well, you know, I have to actually hone my skills or I continue to be a bum. For modern women, I think honestly, some of these women know that they don't look good, but what they're counting on and what their ace in the hole or the trick up their sleeve is makeup. And, you know, because we have YouTube tutorials. And now if you don't want to watch a YouTube tutorial, you can get online or on TikTok or a YouTube short, and you can watch something shoot in like a couple minutes and say, okay, let me see if I can kind of, you know, copy this style or kind of, you know, imitate this style or something like that. And then I can go on about my day, and I can take myself from maybe, 4 to maybe a 7. And that should be, honestly, I don't have to look the best, but being a 4 and going to a 7 is pretty good. Going from ain't nobody going to even look your direction to, you know, I got a few people, I got somebody say, hey, you know, this might be a diamond in the rough. Whereas you're not a diamond in no rough, not as far as looks go. So, you know, that's what I think. Like I said, I think a lot of these ladies know that they don't look all that great, but what they're counting on is makeup and the advancement. I would even call makeup a technology. The technology of makeup kind of helping them to get to where they know they have no business being.
Period, point blank. You cannot. So let this be a lesson to you, okay? Stop blaming everybody else for missed opportunities or not having the success that you're looking for in the dating market. Stop blaming everybody else and start looking in that mirror, baby. We got to start looking in that mirror, and we got to start figuring out what it is that we can level up. Everybody is not a fucking beautiful, gorgeous 10 and a beautiful, gorgeous fucking queen. Shira said it. Get up, do something with yourself, do your makeup, do your hair, do something, any fucking thing. But walking around looking like Harriet Tubman, that's not gonna cut it, baby.
Oh, hell no, this bitch is trifling.
I cheated on my boyfriend with a man, and that man was a man who passed the herpes virus onto me. I started to feel unloved, unworthy, undesired, not chosen. I would lose my mind with anger because...
Well, guess what? You chosen now. You chosen now with that virus. So that's not funny. I shouldn't laugh. But congratulations. Go ahead.
all I wanted was the attention that he was giving other females. I wanted it from him so badly. And so in that moment, we're given a choice point. Continue to perpetuate this cycle, or say, I'm actually not available for this. And that's actually what I think the herpes virus was. I would have always gone back to that guy. I loved him. I was never, ever going to leave. For as long as that man was committing to change, even if you only changed for a week, I was going to stay. So the herpes virus was so destructive and so painful. And I knew that there is no going back after that experience.
Man, fuck all that shit she was saying after. She cheated on her boyfriend with another man, and that nigga gave her herpes. You know what's crazy? She's probably missing out the part where she went back to her boyfriend and gave him herpes too. Men, like I say all the time, I don't advocate for cheating. Men and women cheat for different reasons. But the fact that you disrespect yourself...
I mean, and number one. Number two, before he continues, she sat up there and said, that's the push that I needed to say that I'm definitely not going back to this situation. You know, diabolical. That's diabolical. That's diabolical, man. way to think positive. What? It took me getting an STD and then saying, well, I can't go back to him. That was my backup plan, but I can't go back to him now. I can't, or else I'll be then committed a crime. So it takes me thinking, am I going to commit a crime versus just continuing on in what I'm doing to say, yeah, I can't. I don't have a choice. If he finds out he got it from me, and I found out, and they found out I knew that I had it, and I gave it to him anyway, crime. So, no, ma'am, you couldn't go back to him, or else you would have been eligible for prison time.
To go get cracked by a nigga raw, and he give you one of the unbeatable fucking diseases, the herpes, and then you go back to your boyfriend, act like nothing happened, and then give it to him too? Y'all, come on, bruh. Come on. Imagine the bitch got AIDS too. Super herpes, cancer, AIDS, all at once. Just blah, you get all that shit. This is a message to all the men. Be careful out here, man. If a woman is showing you signs of being deceitful, sneaky, and just being a fucking 3 or 4 bop dot, whatever you want to call a scallywag, leave before you hurt yourself. Because a lot of these women will fucking act all sweet and innocent, and they be the ones that's fucking.
Well, he probably wasn't even paying attention, Doc. He probably wasn't even paying attention to all that. My man was probably at work doing his thing. He's probably out somewhere, hanging out with the boys. While she was out there, okay, I'll see you later on tonight, and I'm going to give you a little bit of that razzle dazzle. No, you're not. You're not going to give me anything. You can go to bed. I don't need nothing from you. So that man probably wasn't even worried about it, like you were saying. He was thinking, oh, shoot, like she's actually, doing what she's supposed to do, because I'm not a bad person. I'm not a bad guy. Well, and then, she'd be the one with the way she thinks to try. Oh, well, that's why I left that situation. Girl, you had to. Girl, you couldn't go back. Weirdo, what's wrong with you? She'd be still trying to blame it on him. This situation was so bad. Worse than herpes. Modern women, they live in a delusional world. It's what it is. They just say any type of stupid thing. I would rather have this. Well, you don't have a choice now, do you? Sickly woman. Sickly peasant woman. Get out of my face.
This is Honey. He is a gay, gender fluid golden retriever Afghan hound mix.
Because every day I say it ain't nothing else that can piss me off. I reach my limit, and then whoop, there it is. Okay, there it go right there. Get out me and the damn dog face. I can tell just by looking at him, he been sick of your shit. Cause you just sit in the house and just think of stuff to put on him. Lord, he just got the simplest life ever. Just the smallest, purest joys of the world. Okay, just make him happy. And here you go putting the weight of the world on his tail. Get him out that man's face and leave him alone. Go do something else with your time. Try to cure world hunger or something. Okay? Try to fix the economy. Have you looked at it lately? It's a hot ass mess. Done pissed me off. I know that dog. I want to go get him right now. Sit up there putting all that on him. Girl, get out my face, because I don't even want to talk about it with you, because who told you that? And when did y'all have this chit chat? Okay? When the hell did he sit down in his thinking chair and think?
She did. That dog didn't. That dog had to sit up there and listen to her foolishness. Just dumb. Had to listen to her foolishness. And then when we supposed to be on a walk, it's supposed to be my time. I'm supposed to be enjoying all this. You all up in my ear, messing with me instead of doing the right thing. You all up in my ear. You didn't stop my walk, my time, because I be sitting in the house waiting on you. You didn't stop me talking to them about foolishness.
Move around.
Every time I suggest to a man that he should get out of his soft girl era and stop being such a girly pop and start being an actual fucking man, he will get under the comment section and say, "Can you cook and can you clean?"
Maybe you're the problem. Have you thought about that? Maybe the way you're talking to men, maybe what you say comes across as very disrespectful, very condescending, and very rude. Can you imagine if men all collectively decided to speak the way Andrew Tate rage baits, which is basically what you're doing, and say, women should cook, women are useless for everything but childbearing. That's basically what you're saying, male terms. And no, men are not going to fall for it. Men are not going to be there and go, yeah, no, we will do that. We'll change for your royal highness of a person that we don't even know. Learn to treat men with respect, and then maybe they will gladly change. Maybe they'll be like, you know what? She's right. If you say it with respect, with humility, stop thinking you deserve something you don't. You don't deserve something just because you're a woman. You don't deserve something just because you were born with boobs, okay? And I know a lot of women feel this way. You don't. You don't deserve any more than a man. And if you want to have a good man, earn it. Thank you.
Thank you there, Helena. I appreciate that. And I would also add that she calls herself, the Brooklyn Barbie or whatever it is. Barbies don't talk. Barbies don't talk. They just sit there and they're supposed to look beautiful. They're supposed to be fashionable. People have put time into Barbies, making them to look a certain way. It could be Barbie on the beach, got a little bikini on, her little hair pulled back in a different style, but she's there to be quiet and look pretty. Is that what y'all want to do? Barbie has no control over what's happening. She has no control over her environment. She's dressed and placed. Is that what you want? Is that what you're looking for? Hey, we're about to go to the beach. Put this on, get in the car and look. Oh, you want to drive? Get in the car and drive to the beach. Oh, we're going to a business event. Put this on, put your hair like this, put your glasses on. Is that what you want? Is that what you want out of life? I thought y'all said y'all didn't want men to tell y'all what to do. But if you're going to call yourself a Barbie, then the least y'all could do is start acting like it. Sit down, shut up, be quiet, move. With a Barbie, it's not even speak when spoken to. It's speak and be spoken to. It's somebody speaking to you, period. Somebody dressing you in whatever they want you to see. You know, sometimes these little girls be stripping off all the clothes of the Barbies and they just toss them about. They just out there, just hanging around, hair all over the place after some years, and they're discarded because they were a beauty and nothing else. They were just a toy to play with. That's what y'all want to be known as. And that's what you're going to be known as for a lot of these men. Nothing but something to look at. Nothing but something beautiful. That's it. And then tossed away like a toy. You might be in the new Toy Story movie because that's the way y'all acting. Just toss them away. They don't have anything else to contribute. Listening to you talk, you don't have nothing else to contribute. Just a bunch of foolishness. Foolishness. You ain't making no sense to no one.